Y'all, stop scrolling. Stop everything you're doing. Put the phone down for 1 second and listen to me very, very carefully, because what I am about to tell you about Claressa Shields, Papoose, Remy Ma, and a brand new tadpole named Toya? Y'all, this story is about to flip the entire internet upside down by the time the sun goes down tonight. Word on the street, word on the curb, word in the corner, word in the alley, word in the hallway. Every single piece of word floating around right now is pointing in one direction. And that direction spells trouble for Madame Champ herself. Karma 2026 just clocked in, baby, and she punched the time card with a smile. Now, before I get 1 inch deeper into this mess, do me one favor. Hit that like button, smash that subscribe, ring the bell so loud the neighbors call the police, because what I'm about to break down is the kind of tea that the algorithm tries to bury, and only the real ones get to taste. This video is for entertainment and educational purposes only. Everything alleged, some not, fair use in the box, but the receipts? The receipts are receiptin', y'all. They are receiptin' in HD, surround sound, IMAX with the subtitles on. Let me set the scene for you, because if you don't understand the chessboard, you ain't gonna understand the checkmate. For the last however many months, Claressa Shields has been swinging hooks at Remy Ma like Remy is the one in the boxing ring instead of in a recording booth. Throwing shots, throwing shade, throwing little subliminals about celebrity friends and posse sessions and go get your friends and all that jazz. She been acting like Remy is the obstacle. Remy is the villain. Remy is the boss level she gotta beat to keep her so-called man. But baby, Remy ain't the level. Remy ain't even the game. Remy been told you in competition with yourself, and Claressa heard her, but she didn't listen. There is a difference, and that difference is about to cost her everything. Because while Claressa was in the gym throwing combos at a shadow named Remy, the real fight was happening in her own house. The real opponent was sliding into Pap's DMs, posting him on her IG, calling herself a princess passenger, talking about epic fight nights in Detroit, y'all. In Detroit at a Claressa Shields fight. While Claressa was in the ring sweating, bleeding, and chasing legacy, this woman was ringside chasing her man, and Claressa didn't even smell it, didn't even sense it, didn't even feel the temperature drop in the room. That's how cold this whole operation has been. That's how silent this betrayal has moved. Like a cat in socks on a carpet at 3 a.m. You ain't hearing nothing till the lamp falls over. Her name, word on the street, is Toya. Toya TK, self-described serial entrepreneur, CEO, princess passenger, and apparently the new chapter in the never-ending Papoose audiobook. According to social media posts circulating from early 2026, Toya has been popping up next to Pap in posts, captions, and tag photos. February 2026 Fight Night Detroit, she's there. Not in the nosebleeds, not buying a ticket on StubHub. She's there with him, posting it, calling it epic. And Claressa? Claressa is in the locker room icing her hands, while the icing on her relationship cake is being licked off by somebody else. You hear what I just said? Read it twice. Tattoo it on your forearm. That's the whole sentence. That's the whole story. Now let me tell you why this story is bigger than gossip. This story is a full-circle karmic boomerang, and the whole hood is watching it sail back to its sender. Remember, and this is the part the timeline forgot, Claressa allegedly slid into Pap's DMs while smiling in Remy's face. Allegedly, word on the street, don't sue me. But that's the rumor that's been baked into the concrete for months. She wanted to be cool with Remy, wanted to be the friend, wanted to be the homegirl. And then, boom. Next thing you know, the wife is left wondering why the husband ain't coming home, why he ain't moved in, why every time the phone rings, it's another notification she didn't sign up for. Sound familiar? It should, because Toya is now running the exact same play on Claressa that Claressa allegedly ran on Remy. Same blueprint, same field, same coach. Different jersey. Karma ain't slow. Karma was just stuck in traffic. And honey, traffic just cleared up. And here's the part that's gonna make your jaw hit the floor. Word on the street is Pap can't even stand Claressa. Word on the street. They They saying he tolerates her. He puts up with her. He smiles for the cameras, lets her call him her man, her man, her man all over the internet, lets her parade him around like a championship belt, but behind closed doors, he counting bags. He counting attention. He counting clout. The man never moved in with her. Let that one sink in. Never moved in. You can't tell me a man who is all yours is keeping his toothbrush at his wife's house. You can't tell me a man who is all yours is technically still married. You can't tell me a man who is all yours is showing up to your fight with another woman's footprint on his jacket. The math don't math. The receipts don't lie. The streets don't whisper, unless something is loud enough to hear. And don't let me forget Remy. Remy been quiet. Remy been classy. Remy been doing what real grown women do. Staying 10 toes down, raising her family, keeping her dignity tucked into her purse next to her lipstick and her receipts. Remy didn't have to clap back. Remy didn't have to call out. Remy didn't have to make a song or a tweet or a podcast clip. Remy let the universe do what the universe always does. The universe handles its own. And right now, the universe is handling Claressa with the precision of a surgeon and the patience of a fisherman. Because think about it. Really think about it. While Claressa is online giving interviews, swinging her tongue, talking about, I'll have a posse session with any one of them, talking about go get your celebrity friends, somebody's celebrity adjacent friend is in her boyfriend's text thread typing YUD. While she's monologuing, this man is multitasking. While she's promoting a fight, he's promoting a future with somebody else. Somebody who, word on the street, he actually likes. Somebody who, word on the street, he's been feeling for a minute now. Somebody who, word on the street, ain't the side piece. She's the upgrade in his head. And Claressa, baby, you're not even the wife. You're not even the new boo. You're the in-between. You're the bridge. You're the chapter he reads while he waits for the next book to come out. You're the appetizer he eats while the entree gets ready in the back. That's why this hits different, because Claressa has been so loud, so confident, so I got him energy, while every single sign has been telling her she's been auditioning for a role somebody else already got cast in. The fight nights with another woman's caption, the princess passenger posts, the Detroit content, the mysterious silences when she asks where he was, the fact that he still hasn't filed those divorce papers properly, the fact that he still won't let her be the only one. Honey, the man is double booked. Triple booked, if we being honest, and you out here defending the schedule like he's your agent. Now let me get to the part that's really gonna bake your noodle, because somebody might come into the comments and say, well, Claressa's still winning. She got the belt, she got the bag, she got the brand. Cool. But baby, none of that fixes the loneliness of looking at your phone at 2 a.m, seeing he hasn't responded, opening Instagram, and realizing his last like was on a woman who calls herself a princess passenger. None of that belts the betrayal. None of that buys back the dignity. None of that undoes the fact that you sat in that ring, hands taped, mouth guard in, while the man whose name you scream from podiums was sliding screenshots into another woman's DMs. The trophy don't taste right when the table next to you is set for 2, and you not the one sitting at it. And I'ma tell y'all something else. The way he's about to do this, word on the street, it ain't gonna be quiet. He's about to embarrass her in a major way. We are talking confirmation. We are talking a hard launch. We are talking a public post, because that's the pattern. That's how he moves. He didn't quietly slide off Remy. Remy had to find out the way the world found out. And Claressa is about to find out the way the world finds out too. The street's been telling y'all who this man is for years. We just keep handing him megaphones and microphones and acting surprised when he sings the same song. The man got one album, y'all. He just keeps re-releasing it with different cover art. And let's not forget that while all this is happening, Claressa is allegedly leaning into a whole new persona. She watching Megan Thee Stallion get out there post-Clay, watching Cardi do her thing, watching the soft girl who got dumped goes feral timeline, and she eyeing it like maybe that's the route. maybe she'd pull a Megan. Maybe she'd be seen with men, women, anybody with a heartbeat, because that's what wounded pride does. It goes searching for distractions. But baby, the only distraction that actually heals is the one in that ring. Stay there, stay focused, stay 10 toes in the gym, because the moment you let this man take your eye off your career, that's the moment you really lose. That belt is yours. That ring is yours. That legacy is yours. Don't trade it for a man who didn't even bring you a bouquet that wasn't gifted by his publicist. And I want y'all to peep something else, because this is where I get philosophical with it. There is a reason the same man keeps producing the same outcome. It's not the women, it's not the fans, it's not the wife, it's not the side piece, it's the man. He is the variable that keeps repeating. He is the constant in the equation. Every house he walks into, the lights eventually go out the same way. So when you watching Claressa's situation unfold and you thinking, wow, how did this happen? Remember, it happened because it always happens. The blueprint was published. She just chose not to read it. And now she's in the chapter she swore she'd skip. The book don't skip pages just because you cute. The book don't skip pages just because you a champion. The book reads the same for every reader who picks it up. I want y'all to also understand the Toya angle, because this is the new wrinkle nobody talking about. Toya ain't just some random face. Word on the street, this woman has a business. She got CEO energy. She got a brand. She got her own bag. She not chasing him for the spotlight already on her. So when she stepped to him, it wasn't from a place of need. It was from a place of, I see what I want and I take it. That's a different kind of opponent. Claressa was prepared to fight a Remy. She wasn't prepared to fight a Toya. Different weight class, different ring, different rules. And by the time she figures out the rule book, the fight gonna already be over. The bell already rung, the judges already filed their cards. Now let's talk about the moment the truth hits, because it's coming. It always comes. The question is how Claressa receives it. Does she crash out? Does she go on live? Does she pop up at his hotel? Does she pretend it didn't happen and post a workout video with extra glow? We've seen all of those. We have a whole catalog of celebrity heartbreak responses, and every single one of them ends the same way: public embarrassment. The only women who walk away with their dignity intact are the ones who go quiet, who go goat mode, who let their work talk for them. Remy knew. Remy practiced it. Remy graduated from that class. The question is whether Claressa enrolled. And don't get it twisted. This ain't a Claressa hate piece. This ain't a ha she got her segment. This is a wake-up call. This is the universe sending a postcard to every woman who ever thought she could win a man by stealing him. You can't. The way you got him is the same way you lose him. That's not just a saying. That's not just a quote on Pinterest. That is a law. As reliable as gravity, as patient as time, as inevitable as Tuesday following Monday. You think you're special, but baby, the trap don't care how special you are. The trap is the trap. And you walked into it grinning, with a hashtag, with a couples pose, with the caption that aged like milk in the desert. So now here we are. Claressa swinging at Remy, while Toya is swinging at Claressa, while Pap is swinging at the next one already lined up behind Toya, because trust me, the next one is already loading. That's how this man operates. He don't stop, he don't pause, he don't even buffer. There is always a backup, always a reserve, always a just in case. Toya thinks she's the upgrade. She's actually the layover, the terminal between the wife and the next chick. Just like Claressa thought she was the destination, when really, she was a connecting flight. None of these women are landing the plane. The pilot is the problem. The pilot has been the problem. The pilot will continue to be the problem, even after he changes airlines. And speaking of the pilot, let me say this on the record. The world had this man up on a pedestal. Black love, loyal husband, stand by your wife while she's locked up, pen game type, hat game tighter. We made him a meme of devotion. We made him a movement. We made him a marketing campaign for marriage. And quietly, behind the curtain, the campaign was a commercial. The branding was the bag. The loyalty was the leverage. And every woman who bought in is finding out the receipt was non-refundable. Customer service line is closed. Returns window expired. The store don't even exist no more. Y'all let me know in the comments section, and I'm asking y'all this with my whole chest. Do you think Claressa actually saw this coming? Do you think there's a single voice in her head right now whispering, "I told you so"? Do you think she still believes she's his girl? Or do you think the denial is so thick she's sleeping in it like a blanket? Drop your honest thoughts below. I read every comment. I argue with half of them. I love y'all for all of them. And here's the kicker, the thing that makes this story not just gossip, but a parable. Every single character in this drama played their part perfectly. Remy played the long game. Pap played the field. Claressa played the fool. Toya played the closer. And the universe? The universe played referee, counted 3 knockdowns, raised somebody's hand, and nobody left the arena the same. That's not a celebrity story. That's a Bible story with Wi-Fi. That's a sermon with a beat drop. That's a parable for every woman scrolling this app at midnight, wondering if her own situation is the next chapter. Let me also drop this little side note for the men watching, because I know y'all here too, lurking in silence, refusing to like the video, but watching every second. Pay attention, because what Pap is doing is not strategy, it's sickness. It's a compulsion. It's a man who confused commitment with collection, a man who confused women with currency. And every man watching this needs to ask himself one question. When the music stops, who's gonna sit next to you? When the spotlight dims, who's still in the room? When the bag empty and the followers gone, who is actually showing up? Because Pap is going to find out the answer to that question one day, and the answer is going to be the loudest silence he ever heard. Now back to the streets, because the street's been busy. The street's been working overtime. Word on the street is Toya already started pulling back the curtain on her own. She ain't trying to hide it. She posted him, she tagging him, she calling herself a princess passenger like the seatbelt sign already turned off. She ain't asking permission, she's announcing arrival. And that right there is the loudest signal in the whole entire timeline, because side pieces hide. Side pieces stay in the shadows. Side pieces don't post fight night photos in Detroit at the main event. The fact that this woman is comfortable enough to publicly ride for him while he's allegedly with somebody else, that means she has been promised something. That means there's a conversation that already happened behind the scenes. That means Claressa is not even in the loop on her own relationship. And you know what's wild? Claressa probably saw Toya at the fight, probably shook her hand, probably hugged her, probably smiled and said, "Thank you for coming, mean a lot." Not knowing the woman she was hugging was the same woman her boyfriend was texting on the way to the venue. Not knowing the friendly face was the foreshadowing. Not knowing the warm welcome was a wake. That's the part that hurts the most. Not the cheating itself, but the smile in the middle of it. The performance that everybody else was in on except you. And I want y'all to really understand the layers, because this onion got more layers than the federal government. We got Claressa thinking she's the main chick. We got Pap thinking he's the mastermind. We got Remy still legally married to him. We got Toya thinking she's the next wife. We got fans thinking they're watching Black Love. We got the streets thinking they're watching a comedy. We got the algorithm thinking it's watching content. And in the middle of all this layered madness, the only person paying any kind of price is the one who didn't even know she was at the table. Claressa, out here playing checkers while everybody else is playing chess in 4D with a blindfold and one hand tied behind their back. Some of y'all gonna comment, "You don't know all that. That's just a rumor." And you right. You absolutely right. None of us are in those text threads. None of us are at those dinners. None of us are in those hotel rooms. But what we are in, what we all are in, is the pattern. We have watched this exact movie play out 100 times with 100 different cast members. We know the script. We know the foreshadowing. We know the third act twist. So when somebody calls themselves a princess passenger and posts the man, the streets ain't guessing. The streets is remembering. We seen this episode. We know how it ends. And let me say this for the people in the back. The ones who never want to admit gossip is real reporting. Gossip ain't lies. Gossip is people communicating outside of corporate filters. Gossip is the village protecting the village. Gossip is your auntie at the cookout warning you about that man before you bring him home. Gossip is the original early warning system. And this gossip, this story, this Toya situation, the streets ain't whispering for fun. The streets is sounding an alarm. The question is, who's gonna hear it before it's too late? So, before I let y'all go, because I know somebody just walked into the room and is now lost, let me sum it up real quick. Pap is allegedly cheating on Claressa with a woman named Toya TK, who has been posting him on her socials, attended a Claressa's fight in Detroit on his arm, calls herself a princess passenger, and word on the street is the man actually likes her way more than he likes Claressa. Meanwhile, Claressa is still publicly throwing jabs at Remy, who is uninvolved, unbothered, and unimpressed. Karma's doing its job, the streets is talking, the receipts is mounting, and the only person who doesn't know is Claressa. That's the whole plot in one paragraph. Now you caught up. Final thought, and I want y'all to write this one down. Tape it to your bathroom mirror, stitch it in your bonnet. The most expensive thing in the world ain't a house, ain't a car, ain't a championship belt. It's the lesson you refuse to learn from somebody else's life. Remy lived this exact movie. Claressa watched it with popcorn, and now Claressa is the sequel. And somebody is watching this video right now on her own couch, dating her own version of Pap, telling herself, but my situation is different. Baby, it's not. It's never different. It's just on a delay. The same train, different stop, same destination. One more thing before I wrap, to Claressa specifically. If she ever sees this, and I doubt she will, but just in case, sis, you are too talented, too elite, too historic to be losing sleep over a man who ain't even legally yours. You broke records, you broke ceilings, you broke the entire idea of what a woman can do in a sport that didn't even want you in it. Don't let a man with a hat collection break your peace. The ring respects you. The history books respect you. The next generation of fighters respect you. Be the woman they think you are. Don't shrink for nobody who didn't help you grow. And to Toya, if you watching too, Princess Passenger, enjoy the ride, but check the tickets, because the same airline you boarded, it got a known history of overbooked flights and missed connections. You ain't the destination, you the layover, and eventually somebody else gonna board with a fresher boarding pass. Like the video, share the video, subscribe to the channel, tell a friend, tell an enemy, tell that one cousin who never believes you when you tell her the truth, and come back tomorrow because word on the streets ain't done talking. Not by a long shot. Peace, y'all. I love y'all. Stay blessed, stay protected, stay too smart to be the next one. Y'all already know. We'll see y'all in the next one. Now, I want to slow down and give y'all one more layer that nobody is talking about, because this part right here is the part that's going to sit in your chest after the video ends. We talk about cheating like it's just a transaction. He cheated, she cheated, move on. But cheating ain't a transaction, baby. It's a theft. It steals something you can't get back. It steals the version of yourself that believed in him. It steals the memories you thought were real. It steals every laugh, every hug, every I love you said out loud, because now you have to wonder if any of it was actually landing on the right address. That's what Claressa is about to wake up to. Not a breakup, a burglary. A whole identity gone in the night, and the locks were never even changed. And let me tell you the part that's going to age the best. 5 years from now, 10 years from now, when the dust settles and the timelines move on, and Pap is on wife number 4 with 2 new princess passengers in rotation, Claressa is going to look back at this exact moment and realize the streets was trying to save her, the comments was trying to save her, the aunties was trying to save her, the randoms on Twitter was trying to save her, and she swatted every single warning away because she thought love was loud enough to drown out logic. It never is. Love don't beat logic. Love just delays the lesson. So here is your homework, y'all. Look at the man in your life. Not the version he sells you, the version he is when nobody's watching, the version he is in his text threads, the version he is at 4 a.m. when his guard is down and his wallet is open. That is the man you're dating. Not the highlight reel, not the photo shoot, not the Sunday brunch caption. The receipts. the patterns, the silences, the unexplained absences. Believe what they tell you the first time. Don't make somebody prove they're a snake 14 different ways before you decide to step off the grass. And listen, last thing, then I'm out. Protect your peace, protect your name, protect your circle. Don't trust the smile, trust the pattern. Always. Bye.